All right, can you hear me now? Yes, you can. Good. Except it's wrong. 1 second. I was coming in on the left side only. Now it's on both sides. There we go. All right. It is a new week, and I'm going to Modern Frontends this week, but I was originally planning on leaving yesterday, but plans changed, and so now I am leaving tomorrow afternoon. So I should be, actually, if we look at my live page that has the calendar on it. Wait, wake up, kentcdots.com. Here we go. Then we should, I think I should actually be able to live stream tomorrow morning. So let me add that right now. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong time zone. There we go. Okay, so something like that. EpicWeb.dev live stream. There we go. See how long it takes to update the calendar here. I wonder if it will update live or not. Anyway, yeah, so I should be able to live stream tomorrow morning, and then I'll just pack after that and then take off. Yeah, there's an email about my trip tomorrow. All good. Okay, so yeah, as a reminder, I only do chat in Discord, so if you want to chat during this live stream, you are more than welcome to. Only see me. Yes, that is right. There we go. Thank you. Yes, so this is where we chat, and I definitely appreciate chats that remind me that I messed up in whether I'm sharing my screen, so thank you. Whoops. Yeah, it looks like that's not going to update live. So anyway, yeah, I am still working on the transactional consistency, because I noticed here I do this update and we get that handled by the primary region, which is MAA, and then the following GET requests are also handled by the primary region, which we don't want to do because we want to make sure that they are handled by the non-primary, because what am I trying to say? Because we don't want the primary to work so hard. So we want the tertiary regions to handle those requests for us to take load off of the primary. So they should just wait until the transaction ID has been updated before they send a before they actually proceed. So anyway, I believe that this one is going to operate that way. So this one is going to have all these be handled by the primary region, because that's the way I coded this one, and it's easier to do that. However, my website uses Express, and so I can more easily just do like a middleware thing. Anyway, if you want to know more about what's going on, then you're going to need to watch the previous videos, because I'm not going to sit here and explain all that. Okay, so we're looking, this is Indie LightFS. Here's the Kent C. Dodds site and what's supposed to be happening. I added this yesterday or this weekend, so that we don't get indexing of anything unless it's on kentcdots.com, which I think is sensible. Okay, so anyway, we're looking at transaction ID middleware. This is where we're at. And something in here is triggering a fly replay. Either that or up here. So let's look at the fly monitoring here. And if I say, here's my update, what do we get? So we are replaying, that's correct. So that's hitting this, here, let's move this over. That's hitting this middleware and it's saying, oh, you are not a get options or head. So we need to continue here. You're not in the primary, so we'll continue. This isn't a metronome analytics thing, so we'll continue. This isn't a cache thing, so we'll continue. And it's sends a replay. And so that's why we end up replaying right here. So that makes sense. So yeah, and we don't even get a log, so we don't get this post log because this all happens before we get to the logging middleware, which, yeah, that's probably fine. So then the post succeeds on the primary, and then we make a GET request here, and we do get to the middleware for logging here, and I believe that's because I made this middleware show up after all the others. So there's the logging middleware right there. So this middleware shows up there. So I'm pretty confident we get into this middleware here. And it appears that it is indeed replaying because we get that same thing happening here. And so somewhere in here, we are not calling next, and we are instead replaying. So the two places where we call, or three places we call next are if we're not on fly, so that's not going to be it. Or if the method is, let's see, I guess we are method get and head. So yeah, we should fall into, yeah, cookies, txid, and the current is not primary. The current is not primary, that's true. Maybe there's no, or there is a cookie txid. There should be. Let's see here. This should actually send a set cookie txid. There it is right there. Cool. And then this one should send that. There it is, cookie txid, perfect. So we should have a cookie txid right there. I think I'm going to need to add logging here. So let's say cookies txid. Yeah, I can log the whole cookie. You can look at the whole cookie. I don't care if you see my cookie. We're running on staging anyway, so feel free to wreak havoc on staging. But please help me remember to to never show that on production on stream. That would be unfortunate. It just occurred to me, yeah, if you had this, you could log into my account. Okay, anyway, we can log the cookies, make sure txid is in there, because we should end up inside of this block. Should replay, this is wait for up to date txid. So let's start here. Session tx number and txid. Yep. And we'll say attempt as well. Stick that right here. Okay. Returning true due to no txid. So that's because there's no file in there or something, presumably. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that file exists because the txid got in there. Well, it got in there from the primary, but all the others should have it too. So due to no to txid, so one man is suggesting, I think the middleware needs to be before the routes that use it. Yes, and it is. So the only, like all of this stuff is fine, because the only route that actually uses the txid is actually the middleware itself. Everything else, it doesn't matter. And we're including it before the remix stuff. So yeah, we should be in a good place here. Okay, so here we're returning true due to txid being up to date, and sleeping before next attempt, and let's sleep time. Okay, cool. And then waited long enough, returning false. Okay, that should help a little bit. So should replay, or we can just say replaying request to primary instance, timed out waiting, replaying request to primary instance. We don't want to wait too long. And otherwise, we're going to clear the cookie. Clearing the cookie and continuing. Otherwise, it's a post, so we're going to send, update the transaction ID and all that, and then return next. Okay, cool. Add some logs. Yeah, I should make a habit of adding logs the first time. I don't think this is even going to work. Because I don't remember whether TypeScript is happy right now. Yeah, TypeScript's upset about something, and I don't know what, and I don't care. Because it works on CI. Oh, there's that refresh commit SHA thing. That thing work. Totally returns null. That's interesting. I would expect that to work. Oh. No, that should be okay. Oh, you know what? I bet it's not okay. I know why it's not okay. Because the way we put it in, let's see, refresh cache. Oh no, we set it. That is unexpected. Let's see. This should be in the cache. I should be able to get that. Oh. Interesting. I think I messed up something where cache admin. Let's try that again. Oops, not that one. Okay, I cannot reproduce the fly replay. SJC, what are you doing in there? that sends a 409. It is replaying, even though cache admin path name includes cache admin. Huh. Who is sending that 409? Because we should get a log if we send the 409 here. Maybe it is because I've got a transaction ID that I'm sending along that's old or something. If we go to application, can I edit that cookie? Delete. There we go. Try that. Okay. Yeah, so once we fix this transaction ID thing, then that should fix itself. So no meta, huh? Interesting. I wonder if it's because we never end up setting the commit SHA in the cache. We should do that even when it's null. Okay, anyway, by now, here we can look at that later. By now it should have deployed with the logs, hopefully. Not quite. I want to look at this. What happened here? Oh, I forgot to start centered. I opened it. Okay, let's do this. Okay. Oh, okay. So it's not refreshing because no content has changed since the last build. That's fine. And so it won't get into the database until we have some content to refresh. That makes sense. All right, cool. So now I think we should be deployed, hopefully. Still taking a moment. What is this console log in Denver with just an empty object? That should not be happening, I think. Oh, cookies is empty. Yeah, that's fine. Probably should have done this number, but yeah, that's no big deal. So we hit here, and we are definitely hitting Denver, but then that's not the primary. So now we hit that. It is successful. That's good. We hit the primary for that, and then the following revalidations come from the primary too. Primary is doing too much work. So what happened? There's my cookies there. Replaying that post. And now MAA is getting it. And now we're doing the revalidations. We've got our transaction ID in there as a cookie, so that's good. Attempt 1, session transaction number is this, and there's the transaction ID. So if I say parse int 16, whoop, so that's 22. Yep, there we go. Makes sense. So we're behind by 1, returning true due to TXID being up to date. Yeah, that's a problem. So the transaction ID local TXID number. Oh, so yeah, that's it. Yep. I feel like we should have. Okay, so the local transaction ID number, the one that's on the server that we're running on, needs to be greater than or equal to, or equal to the one that's in the session. That's it. Yep. That was some flawed logic right there. Okay. Fixed logic. Yep. That was the problem. So this should fix itself now. Hey there, Darius. The real-time stuff went great. While we're waiting, do you want to see a demo? We got Rocket Rental going. I haven't actually tested it out in production. Hopefully it works in production. Let's see if we can make it work in production. Rocketrental.space. Log in. I don't know if I have users in production or not. Okay, so we're gonna say, oh, right, can't do users in production yet. Still need to get that working. But here we go. On what port? Oh, I don't have anything running locally. So, okay, and then we'll go to ships. This ship by this person. Okay, now I can chat with this person. This is Garrett yada yada. And then we'll go to locals 3000, open up that, find person, log in, and their password is going to be to uppercase. And go to that chat for this person. Actually, if they go to themselves, then they'll see all their chats, and here's the one with Cody. All right, here we go. What can I do you for, Cody? Nothing. Oh, that's awkward. And it works great. So if we look at new message, then this is still an optimization I need to do to not bother revalidating, because the way that this works is new thing. Rats. We need to refresh so you get that long-running request, this events request right here. Yo. Where's the... Come on, event stream. There you are. So new message in there, sup. And so it just has enough, what is that? Ooh, cool. Just has enough information in here to update the content that's displayed. And we skip revalidation, or we don't need to revalidate because there's no post here. We do revalidate when you send a message, and there's trade-offs there. I think we'll probably not revalidate. The other thing I need to do is, if you've got a chat that's got like thousands of messages, probably don't want to load the old ones right up. Not sure you saved the file where you switched to the greater than. Oh, rats. Let's take a look. You're right, I didn't. Gosh, dang it. So what did I even change? I think I changed the save the file. I think I changed the log. Thank you. Yeah, thanks. I think it looks great. So yeah, there you go. Chat totally works. The test for it does not, and I don't know exactly why. And that's why every time I deploy this action, where is the action? Or actually, this is EpicWeb.dev, Rocket Rental. Every time, oh, hold on a second. Hold up. Yeah, Playwright is running and passing successfully. That's nice. Now I'm not caching here yet. Let's just do that for funsies. Let's see, workflow deployment. Yeah. So I set this up. I don't remember if I set this up while on stream, but workflow yada yada. Stick this right there. Boom. Install Playwright browsers. I wonder if there's a location here that I could set up a cache as well. Well, oh, hold on a second. You know what? I don't think I need to cache anything on Rocket Rental. Never mind. I might want to cache that install thing, but we're gonna stick that logo or that emoji. Yeah, oh well. Anyway, I'm glad that works. Okay, so let's see how we're doing on the correct build of KCD staging. Where we actually save the stupid file. How embarrassing. Is that all I changed? Hold on a second. The session needs to be less than or equal to the local. Is that right? The local needs to be greater than or equal to the session. Yeah. And so before, when it wasn't or equal to, I'm confused. So the local was 22. The session was 21. I don't think I changed anything useful. It made so much sense to me when I was doing it before. Returning true due to text ID being up to date. Yeah. This is 22. Hold on a second. I don't think I changed anything. Yeah. So session TXID is less than or equal to Okay, I think I need another log here. No TXT, not setting the cookie. You changed the greater than to less than or equal to. That's what I thought, but now I'm looking. Oh, I think okay, that's, yeah, so this commit, change that. Oh, okay. There we go. Saving files. I was like, hold on a second. Is that what that was before? Because I don't think I changed anything meaningful. Yeah, and we do want it to be or equal to, so that's good. Okay. Whew, gonna make myself think I'm crazy. Okay. So we'll get rid of this and that. And I think we should be safe to get rid of these console logs too. So we'll wait, but I'm pretty positive we're good to get rid of those now. It's going to be really nice to have a staging environment for my personal website. So next time I want to do something wild like this, I'll just have that ready to go. I don't really plan on doing too much more wild stuff with my personal website though. Literally the only reason I'm doing any of this personal website work is because it will be applicable in Rocket Rental. I'm 100% heads down on Epic Web. That is all that I'm thinking about now. And so, yeah, that's why I'm doing this personal website stuff. It's because I need this knowledge. So MAA is still running old version. Denver is new version. MAA is coming back up. And what's interesting is, I think the primary, so like I'm pretty sure right now, if I were to do a mutation, it would blow up because we don't have a primary until MAA 167 comes up. Yeah, I'm still uncertain about that piece. I'm going to have somebody from Fly jump on with me, and we're going to optimize like deployments and stuff. So in the future at some point. Looks like we're running healthy now, even though this doesn't say it is. Yep, there we go. So here we go. Successfully saved your info. Why? Thank you. All right, save that. And that goes to MAA, the primary. And then this goes to Denver, the non-primary. Yes. Sweet. And we can look at that. So it took a while because it had to wait for the transaction to come across. And that took longer than expected, honestly. It should be pretty quick. But let's take a look at the logs here. So coming up here. Where's that? Oh yeah, so this is just, yeah, that was the original get. Okay. Okay, so MAA handled the post. Denver replayed that over to MAA. And then Denver says, okay, here's your transaction ID. I think that's 22. I'm wondering, oh, right. We send 2 requests simultaneously, so that's fine. So attempt 1, and we're seeing double logs because we have 2 requests going on at the same time. Transaction number is 22. The one we're looking for is 23. And we attempt it 5 times. Yeah, okay, so we start out with 250 milliseconds waiting, then 200, then 150, then 100, then 50. Request is up to date. Okay, hold on. So one of them, wait. Sleeping 50 milliseconds before, waited long enough, returning false. That's coming from, here, let's undo that. Thought we might need to keep that around maybe. Where's waited long enough? Waited long enough, returning false. Oh, right, okay, so, request is up to date, querying cookie and continuing. Where's that? Oh, I think this is wrong. Returning true. True. Should replay. This is wrong. It should not replay. This should be TX ID is up to date. And we'll swap these. Yep. This returns true if it's safe to continue. Yep. I had that wrong. And we just lucked out, I guess, or something. Yeah. Surprising how long it took for the transaction ID to get up to date. But yeah, it did not, it was not updated this whole time. Huh. Yeah, I'm pretty sure like the like FS example or example light fs. What is it? Test. Here it is. So this, if I switch my region, to India, it's not going to let me do that. I think actually, I'm not sure what regions they have, so that might be why. I think you can say, yeah, there we go. So this region is in Sydney. I say generate record. Isn't there supposed to, there was supposed to be, oh, that's a different demo. There was one demo that showed you how long it took, and it was like 200 milliseconds pretty consistently. So I don't know. Anyway, I think maybe we should go with more than 50 milliseconds here, maybe 100 milliseconds, starting at 500 milliseconds. Man, that's a long time though. Maybe instead we stick with the 50 and we'll just try 8 times. Yeah, because what happened here, yeah, we just lucked out. That actually, did we? Maybe we didn't, because we don't update it based on what we get back. So the user name here is Kent's. So yeah, we did luck out, I think, that the data was up to date by the time we actually did make that request to get the data. Maybe. I don't know. Let's see for sure if this fixes it though. Fix logic again. If I could properly simulate the fly environment locally, then this would be easier and faster to test, but I cannot. That would be very challenging, and it just barely is, yeah, not really useful. Where's GitHub? Here we go. Let's see what Playwright's complaining about. Yeah, I seem to recall this being a problem. Enoent, is that, forget what that, yeah, no such file directory. So ffmpeg does not exist, and that's, shouldn't even be, actually no, that does matter. Yeah, GitHub Actions ffmpeg. I don't think that's what's bringing it down, but it might be. I don't know what this means. Connection refused, yeah. So it doesn't look like it even starts up. Maybe it's ffmpeg? Cool, yeah, that's great. Do we even need an ID? I doubt we need an ID. But I sure like naming things. Let's stick that up here. Okay, so FFmpeg used for movies, but I'm using it for audio. What is the best emoji for that? I don't care, it doesn't matter. Set up FFmpeg correctly. Okay, we'll push that along with the next thing we do. See if maybe that fixes it. I kind of don't think that's going to fix it, but I don't know. We'll see. It would be nice to start getting green checks on all these deploys. Anyway, I do know how to get transactional consistency for Rocket Rental, because it's going to be like this one here. What does the fly toml change? Fly here, actually. Oh yeah, that thing. Fix replay logic. So yeah, the Rocket Rental is going to be a lot more like this because I don't want to have to use Express. And eventually we'll be able to change this to use the middleware feature instead. You know what? I should probably link to that. Oh, whoops. What even changed in the last commit? Hold on, that was one too many. Oh, I moved it, that's right. Okay. There we go. Okay, yeah, so where's that? Remix roadmap. I've got some sad news for you folks. So you see this link that I'm going to click on? I click on the link. The URL does not update. So hitting the back button, hitting the forward button, doesn't come up. To me, that's a shame. This should totally do that, but yeah, what do you do? So and now I can't like copy this link. I have to now be like, okay, so how do I get to this thing? I guess maybe click on that and now it opens a new thing altogether. Like, just really annoying. Yeah, so we can just wait for the local TX number. This is why it was worthwhile to figure out the waiting stuff. Now, maybe Chokadar would be worthwhile here. Yeah, let's bring in Chokadar. And let's, instead of doing this timeout thing, Chokadar from Chokadar, is that typed, I wonder? Isn't there like an npm show Chokadar or browse? npm browse Chokadar. Nope. I want to like open up the page. I don't know. npm I am Chokadar. Okay. And it does have TypeScript typings. That's nice. Okay, so instead, we're going to say Chokadar dot, yeah, that. Is up to date. Just do this. Okay, and yeah, what do you want me to do? That seems reasonable. So return new promise. Stick all this stuff in there. Okay, so we're waiting for it to be up to date. We're not going to ignore initial, actually. Let's look at that. Ignore initial. Okay. If set to false, then add and add-dir events are also omitted for matching paths while instantiating the watching as Chokidar discovers these file paths before the ready event. That makes sense. So for us, we're not listening to the add event anyway. So yeah, that won't matter. So we're going to say if await is up to date and return true. Otherwise, we're going to do this number. And yeah, we are going to have a timeout. Max waiting time will be, I don't know, what should be the max? 500 milliseconds. So, timeout, set timeout. Yeah, watcher close. So, yeah, let's move this into here. Put that down there. Okay, what events happen when you close the watcher? Close. Removes all listeners from watch files. Asynchronous returns promise. Uses the wait to ensure bugs won't happen. Okay, I can do that. You know what? I think we should probably just have Chokidar watching it the whole time. Just constantly watching it. And then we just have yeah, our own wait event emitter thing, maybe. You gotta spell that right, Chokidar. Yeah, it kind of seems to make sense to me. You know what? Let's get rid of this. And we will only apply these if we're on fly anyway. Okay, so we get our watcher set up here. And then so I can add this on, but I can't like turn it off. So like I want to be able to add an event listener and then remove it. Oh well. Okay, so here's our const txid emitter, new event emitter, and on change. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking maybe we should like gracefully shut this down, but I think if things fall over, then this will just go away anyway, maybe. I don't know what Chokidar does. Maybe it does something that we want to... on... Maybe it handles that for me. I don't know. I don't care. It's fine. Okay, so when this is changed, then txid emitter emit change, and we're going to get it just tells you that it changed. It doesn't tell you the contents of any of the files that changed. It'll tell you what files changed to, but it's not going to tell you the contents. That'd be very wasteful. Yeah, path. That's all you get. Oh, it's sync. I don't need it then. Whoops. Oops. Yeah, we'll just avoid some conflict there. Okay, so now we're going to turn this into a sync function. And we are indeed going to try catch. Okay. So then here we can just say get transaction ID. Is up to date. Okay. Ooh, this toString 16. Is that a thing? That's an interesting idea. But no, we're not going to do it that way. Transaction ID, we're going to parse this at this point actually. Parse int 16. What are you complaining about? Because it could be undefined. In that case, what are you complaining about? Used before it's assigned? Well, golly gee. We'll just do that then. Okay. So we have get transaction ID. So the session TX number needs to be less than the local, less than or equal. So here's our local, it's greater than or equal to the session. And we can get rid of all this. Okay. Break is coming up. Just give me like 5 more minutes. Then, if that's not the case, then we're going to say txid emitter dot on change and new txid. My casing on txid is, yeah. Nope, that is not what I want. Here, let's do this. Handler. Nope, no, that was nice of you, but no, that's not at all what I want, actually. Handle txid change new txid. If, yeah, this is, let's just do this. If new, yeah, good grief. What is going on? Okay, if new txid is greater than or equal to the session txid number, then stop listening and resolve. And then we'll also have a timeout. Okay, now we don't have to watch and unwatch and all that stuff. Oh dear, if there's an error, what do we do? Where did it go? Oh yeah, error. Permissions. If there's an error, we'll set this to null. And then we'll just, we could fall back to the timeout thing, or I think what I'd rather do is just say, something weird's going on, let's just make the primary work really hard, and then hopefully Kent will notice at some point. I don't know. Nobody's paying me for this site. But eventually, I'm going to need to teach this. So I should have an answer, but I'll have an answer later, not right now. If there's not a TXID emitter, then we'll return false. Okay. This is actually a number. There we go. Now we don't need that. Oh, well, we still need that, I guess. If we get to this point, then I'm going to say this. So now an error could happen, but we've still got the old emitter. Yeah. It'll time out eventually. It'll be fine. Oh man, I forgot. Yeah, it's break time. All right, I'll take the break. See you in 5. Ooh. All right. Oh, one second. Open my window and it's cold. There we go. Just bring some fresh air into this room. That's strange. How odd. Okay. Great. So, yeah, this did work. Here, let's just test the current logic before I finish this new logic. We're right here. I refresh. Come up here. And we come over here. We're going to go right there. Okay, and those requests should... Boy, it took 2 seconds. Woo. Yeah, that's no good. I think I have something wrong with my old logic that's causing that. I think it's actually waiting for all the attempts for some reason. And interestingly, this still got a replay anyway. So yeah, we'll see how this logic ends up working out. I'm not even going to bother looking at this. Yeah, it does go through all the attempts, and the transaction ID just never gets updated. Wouldn't that be 23? Hold on. Or no, that's 24, I think. Let's see. Parse int base 16. Yeah, that's 24. Yeah, something weird. So hopefully this is better. So if there's no TXID emitter, I think what we'll do is we'll do this actually. Okay, cool. So now, say timed out, waiting for TXID to be up to date, turning false. TXID up to date, returning true. Yep. And we're parsing it. So instead of TXID, we're going to say TX number. All right, and we no longer need sleep. So TXID could be, whoops. Nan, which I believe is always false for everything. So yeah, then we'd go what's next. Whoops. So we're going to rename this cookie to TX number. just be number. Or it's just txnum. Okay. There we go. So now okay. Just getting rid of the whole txid thing altogether. Okay. Okay. There we go. Finally got rid of all the txids. Maybe it was stupid to get rid of that or change that, but it's fine. Fixed line 84. Oh, yeah. We were right there. Thank you for that. Use Chokedar to watch the file. Part of me is thinking maybe this won't work because that file seems to be something special because it didn't show in LSAL when I was SSHing, and he had to do something special so that it would show up. So I'm wondering if maybe this won't work. If it does not, then we'll revert to what we were doing before and figure out why it was waiting for all the attempts to time out. And I think that will make everything much better. And so it'll be a lot faster if we figure out why that was happening. And then I will open an issue and be like, hey, why can't I watch this file like a regular file? Is it something special? Why does it have to be something special? So we'll see. So we'll see. And I think this time we're also going to get the playwright change that I made. So FFmpeg is now available, which is cool. And that took all of 2 seconds, so that's good. And we will find out if things blow up right here. The build is going to be nice and boring. Let's get rid of it. Oh, hey, I want to add a emoji reaction. Heart, launch it, thumbs up. Yep. This is cool. 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 That's cool. They're all cool. So many cool things. Remix is not done. So many amazing, exciting things happening. That TSX thing is pretty rad. Where was that? Back up here. Yeah, TSX. Okay, this blew up. This file shouldn't be, yes, that's going to be a problem. I should have run locally. Yeah, this invariant right here. Yeah, the other thing here, you know what? It occurs to me that just because there was an error one time doesn't mean that it's going to continue to be an error. So let's get rid of this. Yeah, let's just do that. And then the other thing is, this is still imported, even if we're not on fly. So probably shouldn't do that. I can either dynamically require it or just make this work. Like that, and then down here we still need to do that invariant. Yeah. And then yeah, let's take it back to where it was before. If process env just an early return on both of these. And then we can get rid of that and that. And that's fine. Now this should work just fine. We just had build success. It will actually work, so that's fine. Make it run locally, okay? Okay, let's just watch what happens here, though. Okay. Just a bunch of health checks nonsense going on here. Okay, almost up. Okay, I think we're up. So now let's try this once more. Here we are. Actually, let's refresh this page. Make sure we've got just 100% latest. That's Denver. We're going to clear all this out and go. Okay, that was much faster. So that is very encouraging. This 204 went to our primary instance, which is MAA. And then this hit Denver. And the real trick is, did it have the up-to-date stuff, which is user should be Kent. Yes! That totally worked. All right, let's see what this says. Okay, so we're replaying the post to me. And then MAA finished that successfully. And then Denver's like, hey, let's revalidate. That's what both of these are. And the first one was pretty quick. So current transaction number is 25. Session transaction number is 24. Request is up to date. Clearing the cookie and continuing. Huh. Yeah, that's interesting. And it happened very, very fast then. Which it can. It can take very, just super, super fast. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like our event emitter wasn't even used. Boy, I'd like to make sure that the event emitter can work if it needs to. Okay, so that had the right stuff in it. Came from Denver. Okay, let's just look at the logs. Dang, it's happening too fast, so I don't know. I'm not sure how to make it go slower. I felt like it was happening all the time earlier. Okay, well, maybe maybe I should just add a log here so that I can make sure that the change is happening. Yeah. Okay, yeah, we're just going to add that log. I just want to be certain that this Chokedar thing is working. Chokedar works-ish, maybe? Okay, and now, hopefully, the playwright will actually run. I mean, it's not a bad thing that this runs fast. See, this one has to go all the way to India. And I think on its way back, it propagates. So by the time this request goes out, it's already propagated. Is it possible for the current transaction number to be greater than the primary? Technically, that should not be possible. But I haven't implemented it myself. But as far as the contract that they gave me, the contract of how they describe how it's supposed to work, that should not happen. Cool. And then here we're setting the cookie txnum, so those get unset. And so yeah, if I look at my cookies, that's interesting. That should not be there. Oh, txid, that's the old thing, so delete that one. Yeah, txnum should be a very short-lived cookie that only those in non-primary regions ever get. That's the idea. Okay, let's take a look at Playwright now. Okay. FFmpeg Playwright build. That's interesting. Do I say something about FFmpeg in my Playwright? I didn't think so. That's weird that it grabs the FFmpeg one. Maybe it knows that I need these files, and that's how it decides, oh, you need the FFmpeg one. I don't know. Database set up. Hooray, the build is working. Cache not found because we have yet to have a successful build. And we're hitting the server. It started up just fine. Generating the site cache. So this part takes a while, and that's what we're caching in this step. Hopefully, if it works. Error processing tweet. 401 unauthorized. That's probably fine. Updating cache for all this stuff. Okay, so let me just understand what you're saying. I was under the impression that you log just say that current is greater than session. I'm not sure I understand what you're saying. So what I was, all I'm pushing now is just to make sure that the change event is firing, to make sure that Chokidar watching is working, because this happens too fast. By the time we come back around to say, hey, let me revalidate the data, it's already propagated. So I just want to be notified anytime the SQLite position changes. So I may have misunderstood your comment though. Whoa! All right, cache primed. Nice. Now if Playwright could just finish successfully. Hey, that's happening. Great. That's the Call Kent podcast right there. That's interesting that happened when we're not seeing any logs from anything else. I guess maybe it's just not telling us the test that it's running. Oh, okay, so we got an error. Email not found. Hey, but it did save. Interesting. Too flaky. Oh. So they were flaky, but they reran, and they did pass eventually. Well, I'll have to look at that, I suppose. But it worked. It passed. Hooray! And so we did save the cache, which means that this step, generate site cache, that minute and 42 seconds should run a lot faster in the future. Hopefully. That is the hope. All right, deploy. Okay, here we go. We are good. We're set. And now, right here is where we start we update my name to be correct. That took, that's weird. Oh, metronome got in the way. Okay, so here if we go like this, and then just go like, I want just to see that. There we go. Yeah, okay, so that seems reasonable. Whoops, that is not what I wanted. So here we're clearing out the cookie. We're being served from Denver for these, and what we're getting served is correct, I believe. Yep. Cool. All right, so coming back here, I'm looking for anywhere that says, dang it. So it looks like we are just getting lucky. So we are not getting a change event. Rats. Okay. Log is current 27, session 26. Oh, I see what you're saying now. Yeah, so what, well, so that could, it's not happening here. We got to look at that, but that could happen if user A over here does an update and user B over here does another update. And so the, when they later come to revalidate, the current has already gone, to all of those different ones. So the primary should always be in front of the replicas, but a user could have talked to the primary ages ago, while the replicas followed the primary much further than where the users last saw. So that's how this sort of thing could happen, but I don't think that's what's happening here. So that is not great. There are a couple of things happening here that should not be. So we post. Okay, so first of all, we're posting to Denver. It gets replayed. So we post to MAA, and that ends up triggering a revalidation. Okay. Oh my goodness. You know what's happening? This all runs before the request. And so therefore before the transaction update. So we're just getting lucky that the application's working, but it's not working right. And that's why we end up with a session transaction number that is older than the current. Yeah. We need to make this part of the middleware run on the way out. 1 min, so you cannot tell if the current is primary or not. No, there's no way for me to know whether the current is equal to the primary, because there's like 200 milliseconds between the primary updating and the current getting updated. But what I can know is, does the current transaction ID equal what the user is expecting? So that it needs to be equal to or greater than what the user last saw from the primary, because the user talked to the primary recently, and all that I care about is that I have as up-to-date data as the user, or data that's even more up-to-date. Anyway, the reason we're having this problem is because this is running before the post request is finished, and there are mutations that are happening as part of that post request that I need to wait for before I get what the transaction number is to set in the cookie. So I believe there's a way to do this. Express middleware run. Actually, you know what? I do it in one of these. Do I do it in this app? I might do it somewhere else. Okay, when do I do it? It's on the way out. Okay, so you're saying, whoops, well, check if current is primary and the current transaction number is greater than the session transaction. Well, so the users aren't going to be talking to the primary. They're not going to revalidate to the primary. So I don't care if what's in the session is less than or equal to the what's in the current, because in the current it's not going to be primary. It's definitely going to be secondary, and that's part of the goal, is to make it so the primary doesn't have to do all the work, because like the whole purpose is to not make it do all the work. And here it is. It's this unfinished thing that I need to do. So when it's finished, it's unfinished. What does this unfinished thing do? Okay, yeah, so yeah, we need to do this inside of here actually. Okay, cool. So now we're saying if the current is primary on a post request, then when you're all done, then we're going to post to primary is finished, setting txnum cookie. There we go. And let's do this just for our own kicks and giggles. If that, no console log. Actually, forget that. No if. Post on primary. Here's the txnum before finishing the post. There we go. Set txnum after post is finished. And forget that. There we go. Okay, but I am also concerned about the fact that we're not getting any Chukadar logs at all, not even an error. Watching SQLite DB pose file. Here, let's do this. Let's It's at least ignore dot. Oops. Yeah, there we go. That should be in my get ignore. I thought it was. There we go. Okay, so whatever. Okay, so then we start this. Fly equals true. Lightfs equals lightfs ignored. And all I want to know, oh, come on, good grief. I don't know why it's not building. Okay, all I want is to see a log. I didn't see any log here when it started. Okay, there we go. Watching SQLite DB, whatever. And now I change this to 19, save. Okay, so that is working locally at least. So that's good. So that's what I should be seeing, is that log right there. Yeah, I'm not going to see that one on this last thing, but your break is coming up. Begin to count out of flow. Testing this would be a lot harder, so I'm not going to bother. Okay. Let's take a look at the playwright. Hey, that ran pretty quick. The cache. Sweet work. Now enjoy a break. Focus your eyes on something far away. Cache restored. Just about 2 megabytes of data in 1 second. Holy smokes. Yeah, that's better. And now if I look at, here, if we go to our actions, I know I'm supposed to take a break. Give me a sec. Site cache, boom. Yeah, sweet. And I can delete it if I want to. Oh, that's so nice. Okay. Okay, gonna take my break, I guess. See you in 5. Where is that? There it is. Yeah, see you in 5. Okay. What? I'm not on Twitter. Okay, here we are, right there. Let's reload, yada yada. Clear all this stuff out. Start this over. Okay, let's see. What did that do? Oh, okay. Yeah, so I could not set the transaction ID. So these probably came from primary. Oh, I think they should have. Oh no, because I didn't have a transaction ID. Yep. So there was no cookie, so I was like, yeah, I'll serve this to you. So let's just see if this had, yeah, it has the current data because we just lucked out. Well, before the post, now it's 28. That is correct. And then we can't set headers after they're sent to the client. So we don't want unfinished. I want something like before you're sending it, which probably means I need to stick this in Remix. Dang it. Yeah, pretty sure what's happening is this unfinished is going to run after we're already streaming the request back. Rats. I really don't want to have to do this in two different places. The problem is I don't have a good way to share code between the server file folder here and the app folder here. This will all be much better when when we've got that middleware feature from Remix, but for now we're just going to make it work. So so let's think. How we do it over here is in the entry server, and it works out well. The problem is that we don't, the GET requests here don't get called until it's too late. So basically, I need to have, that's exactly what the middleware feature is. Maybe I should just work on that myself. Contribute that back to Remix. I don't want to do that though. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do the same thing to, especially since it doesn't appear that there's any logging for Tricadar. Here, let's just do one more thing here, and that is to well, okay, hold on. I think I can make this work. Still is a temporary thing, but would still be better. Okay, so if request.method is a post, then we're going to set the cookie. we get rid of all this stuff here. Okay, and then, yeah, we get that. Just make it more noticeable. Okay, I think this will work. I just hate that it's in two different files. Oh, and we also need to make sure that Chokidar works, so there's that. 2 files. Yep. Yeah, I really need that middleware feature. And actually, I'm going to assume that Chokidar is not going to work and start creating that issue. And the ability to listen to events when db pose file is changed. I'm trying to implement, where is this thing? Special files, improved consistency, and one thing, and I've got it working. No, I don't know if I've got it working. And one thing, let's see, one approach I started with but don't like is pulling the file until it's been updated to the latest, or to the user's session, or user sessions txid. I'd rather be notified when the file is updated so I can respond quicker and don't have to pull. So I'm trying to use Chokidar on that file, and it doesn't seem to be working. I remember because that file didn't show up in LSAL until something fancy was done. I should probably link to that something fancy. I think this one probably. I'm thinking that maybe it's not a real file. So maybe it doesn't work with Chokidar. Oh, here, nope. Okay, I just submitted it as if that's not working, and I probably should have waited, but I'm pretty sure it's not working. So playwright failed, which is not a big surprise because we had some flakiness last time we ran it, which is a shame, but yeah, we can work through that later. We at least have the cache now, which is nice, so it'll be a lot faster. The build seems to be taking longer than I thought it normally did. 341 is what it normally takes. Wow, geez. I didn't change the Docker file, so that is a bit of a surprise. All right, let's see here. Let's clear those logs there. We don't need that many logs. Okay, it is almost there. Hey, so we at least get that far. That's good. Okay, so we're almost there. Oh, huh. Did I forget? I remember seeing that. Invariant. Invariant. Whoopsies. Whoops. Okay. There it is. We're listening for file changes in both. So now, come here and I'm like, file change. Nothing. Okay, well, let's see if at least, or see what happened then actually. I think in this case we lucked out. Oh, interesting. Now it looks like Denver is the primary. So that's what happened there. We're going to prefer India now. We're going to refresh and add that. Bam. Okay, so this posted. It ended up in Denver because that's the primary, and Denver said set cookie. Yeah, right there. txnum. And then this is MAA saying we don't need the txnum anymore. And the response preview has the correct data. So the question is, did we just get lucky, or did our chokedar actually work? And I believe our chokedar did not actually work. Where's the post? Where's the post? Okay, so this is our post. Post on primary setting. Here's setting. Here's that was a Copilot snafu. Before finishing. Setting. Oh, I don't think we have a before finishing anymore. Silly me. txnum is 30. So now the get request with that txnum of 30, and it's up to date. So this log happened in Denver, and then by the time we got our get request to India, we were on the right transaction number. So we never are actually using chokedar, because chokedar probably doesn't work. Which means we're actually, I mean, if we can get chokedar to work, then I believe this code will work. And even if it doesn't, we have the timeout of 500 milliseconds. So I think we're fine. So I'm going to leave this where it is now. And we're going to get rid of these console logs. Yeah. Here, we're going to actually add a timeout console.log. That way, if that ever does happen, call Kent. Then I can at least see it in the logs. All right. All right. Basically finish transactional consistency. Let's just reference this issue that I made. Oh, man. Okay, so yeah, we need that. And if that for some reason can't work, then all we do is change this logic to use the polling logic instead. Poll for file changes. Node.js. Yeah, fswatch, yada yada. Nope, use chokedar. Anybody in here saying use chokedar? Yeah, single person. Chokodar is definitely a tried and true solution for this problem. But it doesn't seem that Chokodar is going to work. So we're gonna call it good for this for now, and assume that they will make this work. And if it doesn't, we'll come back. So let's look at Rocket Rental. And I think we'll just copy over what we do in here. And in fact, I don't think there's anything in here that I don't want in Rocket Rental. What's the difference between a service and a util? I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm going to refactor that eventually. I don't know why I started with the services thing. I think I'm going to move all those to utils. Right now. It's nice when you have a small project and you can do that without batting an eye. Hopefully it works. Here we're still calling it the TXID. And it's still async. Yeah, all right. I mean, it works, so maybe we'll change it later. Ensure transactional, what's the word I'm looking for? Consistency. Oh, that's not going to work because I don't even have LightFS running on this thing yet. Whoops. Yeah, so should I get that set up? Probably should. Where'd routes come from? Didn't want that. Get rid of that sucker. And get rid of that. Get rid of that annoying thing. Man, why is this so ugly? Prettier can, I think Prettier is the one that made it a mess. Toml. Toml? You don't do Toml? That's too bad. Format toml online. Not so obvious, I gotta be honest. I'm super confused by a linter for toml, validate. It's valid, it just looks like garbage. Yeah, I don't know how to, I don't like toml. Toml is confusing to me. Okay. So then it's our Docker file that needs to change as well. We want it to be like this one. And there actually is a new SHA for LightFS with bug fix. I can't remember what it was, but some bug fix. Maybe it was a bug fix that, oh, actually, hold on a second. No, that's not what I want. Basically, I just need that. Give me a URL with a commit, stick that in there. Okay. Oh yeah, this is for expressions, yeah, which is handy. Okay, cool. So now we've got LightFS ready to go. Okay, cool. I think that's everything. Use LightFS. If this just works, I'll be amazed. If I don't have to like blow away my volume and start from scratch, yeah, I'll be super surprised.
Overscheduled time.
Overscheduled time. Yeah, we're going to call it then. Thanks. Okay. Has the playwright test been passing in here? Looks like they have. It looks like it takes a couple minutes, 3 minutes for the build, almost 3 for the tests, at least on the last time we ran. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm ready to get back to rocket rental stuff. Which means right now is probably a good time for me to take my lunch break. Just want to kind of wait and see, why is that number not ticking up? probably because they wrote it in React. We all know that React is just a joke. No, that was a joke. Setting up the database takes a whole minute, huh? Maybe I should cache it. Kaboom. Invariant failed. So why doesn't it give me the error that I specified? I don't understand this. It's really annoying. It doesn't even tell me where was it? Build index 37. Oh, great. It's inside of handle request, get instance info. Okay, that at least is helpful. Where is that function? Right here. Fly lightfest dir not defined. So we'll stick that in here. I wonder what would happen if I just say yeah, whatever. Other, yeah. And then our workflow actually, I think it copies, yeah, copies that. Copies it here as well, so that should be just fine. And actually, you know what? We can just stick it there. Why not? Oh, why did I just push that? Because now it's going to cancel this one. And it's deploying right now. Oh no, it's still waiting for Playwright to finish. Okay. Maybe we should say if we're not on fly, then just return no, that's going to be too big. Yep, and then over here, we're going to get rid of that too. Yep, that's better. And you know what, actually, this should all go into here. we go. Keeps it pretty clean. All right, let's make sure that this one's looking good. Yep. So this way we can at least put all the fly stuff in the fly folder. Kind of thinking the Discord bot, my KCD Discord bot is also a Remix app. And the bot code all lives inside of this bot directory. And we have this index. I wonder if I could do the same thing with an Express app. So have Remix compile my Express app for me, just like I do with the bot. So then my package.json, I have build, yeah, that's Remix build. My start, Remix serve build. And I think it's my entry server that starts the bot. Well, golly gee, that would make things a lot easier on my own site to do things that way. So how would that work? I don't think that would work because Express needs to call into Remix, which is going to call into well, I wouldn't be able to use Remix serve, but I could still have the Express app be in here, and then my start script would just say node app, and then I'd have an index in here. I feel like that's something worth trying. Yeah, that's worth trying. Okay, we're going to take a break, and I think I might try that after the break. See you in a bit. Alrighty, so just realized that I forgot to do one very important thing on Rocket Rental, and that is the console. Oh, this is the Discord bot. And this is Rocket Rental fly toml console, enable console in experimental. And this, my friends, is why I'm a mess, because I do experimental things like enabling console. Enable console. Okay, great. So with that in place, we're just going to let that happen. I think we can make this work using Express, having all my Express code inside the app directory, which would make it a lot easier to share code. So we're going to make Express directory server. Take all this stuff and stick it inside of Express. I'm going to copy it for now. Delete that. There we go. Okay, and so then I think I still am going to need to build this separately. Yeah. All right, it's totally not worth doing this right now. I don't need to do this. It's not that big of a problem. Okay, cool. So, yeah, we're just going to close this. I don't have anything to do in that project for a little bit. And the LightFS node project, that's done too. Rocket Rental has successfully started up. Let's make sure. Oh, this must have been the rollback. Yeah. Yeah, it was deploying v20 and decided this is never going to work, so it deployed v21. And so this old version. Yeah, this does take a while, doesn't it? I guess it is a lot of data. Yeah, I do shove a ton of data in Rocket Rental. So I should, I could get past that minute with a cache in place. Eventually, maybe we will do that. Okay. We'll see if the chat test passes. I think it has been. So that'd be sweet. And we'll get rid of this. There we go. Hey, the test did pass. Sweet. There was one that was flaky. Onboarding. I wonder why. Oh, maybe it switched to submitting and back too fast or something. Maybe. Yeah, could look at that sometime. See our logs are going. Okay, lightfs, commit yada yada, using no primary, using current instance, deploying migration. Prisma needs to be installed. That might cause problems. Oh, it worked out okay. All right, we may have to install it later though. Hey, totally is working. We're running on lightfs. I can't believe it. Yeah, so this is now using lightfs. I wonder what would happen if I deployed it to a second region. Let's try. So, fly, actually, here, where's Rocket Rental? Did I close that? Whoops. Okay, there we are. Fly, volume list. Yep, okay. Fly volume create data. Region is MAA, and size is 1. And when you're done, you can go ahead and update. Oh, rats. We also need to say fly scale count 2. Okay, now let's see what happens. This is where things get a little tricky. Starting the instance. Okay, one other thing we're going to do. Say fly region den. He did add that capability. Let's just see. Fly expression, no, light fs expressive. How expressive? The last expression. Yeah. Okay. Sweet. So that worked. So here's the real, oh shoot, I still can't create users. I should probably make it so you can create users in production so I can like test stuff out. The reason you can't create users yet is because I haven't enabled Mailgun to send outside of just to just me. So that's what the holdup there is. I could SSH or fly SSH console command database CLI. Yeah, it's actually tables. I just realized I might be in the wrong region. Yeah, we want Dallas Fort Worth. Hold on a second. I thought we were, oh, great. This isn't going to work. Change this. Use Dallas Fort Worth as candidate. My bad. Okay, fly SSH console database CLI. Whoop. Select. All right, and we've got a users table or user. Select star from user. I think it might be getting a restart. Maybe. Yeah, that got canceled. Okay, try that again. Select star from user. We don't have any users. Okay. Yeah, it'd be too hard to create a user because I don't know SQL very well. Okay, I'm not going to bother with that. That's fine. We're just going to say this is going to work, and I'm going to take my lunch break. And then when we come back, we're going to get back to app development, where I like being. It's more fun. We're going to work on this user model. Stupid, probably. I don't know. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's okay. Yeah, this chat events thing. This is so rad. Yeah, it's so cool. Okay, anyway, we're where I left off was the rating and reviews, allowing the host to create ratings and reviews. So that's what we're going to do this afternoon, and it's going to be so much fun. So look forward to that this afternoon, and I kind of don't want to stop until this is actually deployed, but you know what? We're done. So thanks everybody. We will see you this afternoon. Bye.